Hello everyone, and welcome to Okuhama Nako no Kemonomichi. I'm your host, Hosomichi. For the last 3 years, I've been writing a blog on Hatna blog for dads and husbands who are new to fashion. I mainly write about American traditional style and military style fashion in a simple and easy way. This radio show is not only about fashion. I also talk about road running and trail running, which I really enjoy these days. My goal is to help you feel a little more motivated and rise your mental gear just one step. Today's episode is a fun experiment. I decided to try recording in English just because I felt like it. Recently, ChatGPT has been very helpful. I rarely depend on it. Someday, I hope I can record an English episode using only my own words. I don't know when that day will come, but please wait for it. Now, let's move on to today's topic. An A6 Gel Kayano has joined my shoe rack. It just arrived, so I'd like to share my first impressions. You can tell right away that this shoe is made to protect beginner runners and people with flat feet. That seems to be its most important goal. I'll talk about the main features of the Gel Kayano and how it feels when I try it on at home. If you are thinking about buying this shoe, I hope this episode will help you. Okay, then let's get started. Hi there, folks. Have you ever felt like this? I want to look cooler. I'm tired of my wife and daughter calling me uncool. But you don't know where to start, right? Well, don't worry, because help is finally here. Introducing Fukuna Hosomichi. With this blog, if you, yes you, the classic style, challenged middle-aged guy can transform into a sharp, confident man with ease. And get this, it's free. That's right, free! No tricks, no hidden fees, absolutely nothing to lose. New posts drop every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. So don't miss out. Check it out today. First, let's start with a simple introduction to the Gel Kayano. Among many runners' shoes, the Gel Kayano is especially famous for supporting beginner runners. This model has been loved for over 30 years as a shoe that supported a safe and comfortable running life. Since its first release in 1993, the Gel Kayano has protected the knees and lower backs of many runners for a long time. One of its biggest strengths is its very strong stability. The moment you put it on, you can feel your heel being held firmly in place. At the same time, the arch of your foot is gently but clearly lifted and supported. About the sizing, it feels slightly large. I usually wear size 28.5 cm in New Balance sneakers. And with the Gel Kayano in the same size, I still feel a little extra room. This shoe is not made for running at high speed, so the small amount of space in the toe area does not bother me at all. The weight is about 300 grams per shoe. That is a bit heavy for a running shoe, but thanks to the excellent fit, it doesn't feel heavy when you wear it. The regular price was 22,000 yen, but I bought mine on sale for 12,000 yen. I'll explain the details later, but honestly, I think that price was an amazing deal. Buying this shoe was absolutely the right choice. 奥浜名湖の獣道。上がるギアで上がるギア。Next, I'd like to explain the key parts of this shoe and talk about what makes it so great. As I mentioned earlier, this shoe is a stability model. Its biggest feature is its high level of stability. The technology that creates this strong stability is called the 4D guidance system. This system uses 4 different elements to guide a runner's movement in a safe and proper way. You could say it is one of ASIC's latest and most advanced technologies. First, the heel has a very wide contact area. This increases stability the moment your foot touches the ground and helps prevent the heel from falling inward. The heel shape extends outward with a bit, so your foot feels very stable and secure. Second, there is a high rebound support part under the arch of the foot. Thanks to this part, even when your feet get tired later in the marathon, the arch is supported and does not collapse inward. The shoe is designed to support the arch very truly. Third, the sole has a smooth and gentle curve from the heel to the toe. This shape makes it easier to take the next step naturally. You don't need to use much force. Your foot moves forward smoothly with help from the shoe itself. Fourth, the outsole is very wide. While the inside of the shoe holds your foot securely, the outsole that touches the ground is wide and stable. Because of this, you never feel unsteady from heel strike to toe off. In addition to these 4 technologies, the shoe also uses ASIC's original cushioning material called pure gel in the heel. The midsole is made with a soft material called FF++. Together, they balance strong stability with soft cushioning, creating a very comfortable running shoe. I could keep going, but I'll stop here for now. Even so, it's clear that this shoe was made with a deep passion for protecting runners. 奥浜名湖の獣道、上がるギアで上がるギア。Finally, let me share my first impressions after trying on these shoes indoors right after they arrived. The first thing I noticed when I took them out of the box was the weight. It feels like a shoe with strong cushioning. At about 300 grams per shoe, it is on the heavier side, which tells you that stability was a top priority in its design. Next, I was really impressed by 2 parts, the shoelaces and the knit pull-off. When you put on shoes, you don't always have a shoe horn nearby, right? With the knit pull-off on the tongue and the heel, you can slide your foot in easily and smoothly. No stress at all. The shoelaces are also very different from stiff, 100% cotton laces. They feel quite stretchy, which is great. Even when you pull them tight, they don't put too much pressure on the top of your foot, so it stays comfortable. Putting on shoes and adjusting the fit feels almost stress-free. I remember feeling genuinely impressed by how easy and comfortable it was. After trying the laces, I stood up and wow, it felt amazing. This shoe might be the best answer to what a stability running shoe should be. My heel, my toes, my arch, even my little toe, nothing hurts. The shoe supports my foot very well, but it never feels forced. It gives maximum stability while still staying within a natural and comfortable level of support. I also tried walking around a bit, and that softness of the midsole felt just right. With every step, I could feel thicker cushioning than in the Freshform X 880 version 15. The urge support is quite strong, so my foot never feels like it's falling inward. This is honestly amazing. Even just walking indoors, I don't feel any knee pain at all. With this level of cushioning and stability, I can't help thinking if this had been my first running shoe, maybe I wouldn't have hurt my knee in the first place. 奥浜名湖の獣道、上がるギアで上がるギア。The A6 ゲルカヤノ is truly a classic among classics. Now, in its 32nd generation, it has been updated again and again over many years. After actually wearing it, I finally understand why so many runners trust this shoe. This really shows the power of Japanese technology. My love for New Balance hasn't changed at all, but this shoe reminds me just how amazing Japanese craftsmanship can be. The performance of the shoe itself is so high that I don't feel the need to change the insole at all. When you remove the insole and put your hand inside the shoe, you can tell right away. The edge area is quite firm, but when you wear the shoe, it never feels uncomfortable. You don't need to spend extra money on special insoles. This shoe feels complete on its own. In fact, I even want to avoid using third-party insoles because they might ruin this great natural feeling. This shoe probably has the potential to greatly improve the quality of running for many runners. Let's say some people may still notice the weight. As a first running shoe, I don't think it's a problem at all. But it is about 20 to 30 grams heavier than many neutral models. Of course, this is a shoe that focuses on stability, so worrying too much about weight might miss the point. If you are running at around 5 minutes per kilometer, it won't be an issue at all. And if you are aiming for much higher speed, you are probably no longer a beginner anyway. While you are still a beginner, I think it's perfectly fine to rely on this shoe as much as you need. I ended up talking quite a lot today. Once I start running probably again, I'll come back with a full running review, so please look forward to that. That's all for today. Next time, I'll guide you once again around shortcuts, narrow paths, and even wild trails to help raise your mental gear. This was Hasomichi. Bye bye!